Que onda? Thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. If you're new here, I'm from the US and I just moved to Mexico. I'm building a house in the state of Hidalgo. We're at the fun part of construction where it's time to pick out paint colors, tile, so let's head to the store. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but the bedding's at the laundromat. I do own bedding. So before I went to the stores, I did have a very good idea as to what I was looking for. As I've mentioned before, like the main colors are going to be grays, blacks, and whites. So Home Depot was actually one of my last stops because I was starting to get desperate. I'm going to do a whole separate video on like buying a house or building a house in Mexico and kind of what options are available when it comes to kitchens and bathrooms and all of that. But just know, I had to go to Home Depot. It wasn't like I came to Mexico to just try to support American businesses. It's always going to be my priority to support Mexican businesses, but if they don't have what you need, they don't have it. So after going and seeing all of my options, it kind of gave me an idea to kind of retweak my vision. So from the get-go, and you've heard this before if you've been around for a while, I've always said I wanted dark gray floors. Anything that's metal is going to be matte black. The walls and cabinets are going to be white. And anything that is wooden is going to be like the light blonde colored wood. For the countertops, I didn't have like a set vision, but I knew it needed to be in white, black, gray, or any combination. So upon going to the stores and finding a program to kind of make a kitchen layout, I wanted to give myself a few options, still in those color schemes, but mixing it up again. So here's what I came up with, and then I left it to my friends and family to kind of vote on Facebook and WhatsApp. I kind of took their opinions into consideration, but at the end of the day, I chose what I thought was visually appealing based on my preferences. So some of the options included what I had planned all along. You'll see the dark gray floor with the white cabinets. Although they do look gray on the computer program, I want like bright white. I want everything to like be bright and airy with black handles on the cabinets. And then I gave an option for a wooden countertop, a dark gray countertop, or white with like gray speckles. Then the one thing I did take into consideration that my friends and family mentioned is that the dark colors are going to show all of the dust and dog hair. We most definitely have plenty of dog hair, and I live in a semi-arid climate, so there's lots of dust, especially since my street is not paved yet. So as much as I loved the dark gray flooring, I'm like, well, let's play around. What if we do the light blonde wood look on the flooring? One that will keep the space nice and bright because it is a small house, so it won't look too closed in. I don't know why I always say we. It's not like she's paying for anything or making any decisions. So then I resurveyed my family with the light blonde wood, which is actually tile. Every room in the house in Mexico is 97% of the time going to be tile. Living room, bathroom, bedrooms, all tile. Giving them the wood looking floor option, still with the white cabinets, black, black hardware, and having them choose if they like the dark gray countertop or the white with the gray speckles. I didn't like the wood countertop with the wood floor. I thought it was like too woody looking. People were still commenting that the dark gray countertop was going to show the dust, but honestly, don't you wipe down your kitchen every day after you cook anyway? And I'd far rather wipe down the countertop than the flooring every day. So I figured if we're going to go with the dark, it better be on the countertop. There's less to clean, and I like the contrast. So this flooring is going to go throughout the entire house. Both bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen, and living room. The kitchen and living room are open to each other. Then, when it comes to the shower, I was so indecisive because I found two tiles that I absolutely loved. One is like these shades of gray and white geometric circle shapes, and the other, same color scheme, but like stones. And I could not make up my mind, so I'm like, you know what? We're gonna get both. We'll do the stones on the shower floor, it'll give you more grip for your feet, and then we'll do the half circles on the shower wall. And then part of the shower will be the glass door. For the bathroom vanity, oh my goodness, that was difficult. I would say 90% of the time, Mexican homes have pedestal sinks. Those are good for little half baths when you don't have much space, but literally, someone might have a huge bathroom and still choose the pedestal sink. They are the least practical thing. So the options are limited when it comes to bathroom vanities. Like, you can find options, just if you have a specific vision, it might be difficult because it seems like most of the stores have the same options. Home Depot has the best selection, but they just didn't have anything that was like, oh my goodness, this is the one. They had plenty of options in the right color scheme, but the ones that I kind of liked looked pretty cheap. So I did find a bathroom vanity at Llano de la Torre in Pachuca. And once I got home and I was trying to like write down what I found, where, the cost, and try to like narrow down my decision, I'm like, oh, I didn't measure it. I remembered to measure my house before I left for the store, but I forgot to measure the vanity while I was at the store. So as you'll see later in the video, I returned to the stores the next day to like make sure I was set on my decisions. So more on the measurement later. So I actually went back to the stores the next day after everyone voted. I kind of thought on it a little bit more so I can go see it once more to make sure it looked like what I remembered it looked like. So I can go and see it in person again because, you know, sometimes the pictures don't do it justice. And so this time I remembered to measure the vanity and it was a little too big for the space, like this much. So I went to some other stores, but I just was not finding a vanity. Anything that would fit in the space with the right colors that wasn't a pedestal sink was like this very glossy material that I just know is going to go out of style soon. Not that I think it's in style now, at least I hope not. So once I got home, I told Arturo, the guy I was working with, thanks Arturo, he was great, he wasn't pushy at all. I said, can you send me the measurements for that one more time? I'm going to measure the bathroom again. I just did a quick measurement and I left plenty of space between the vanity and the toilet so you're not like trying to go to the bathroom with your arms at your side. So I measured it again. I'm like, okay, it will fit. It will still be comfortable next to the toilet. Although I did not buy the following with Arturo at Llano de la Torre, he gave me the idea for the kitchen countertop. Again, this will be a whole separate video down the road, but kitchen counters are hard to come by in Mexico. I won't go into detail, but basically Arturo gave me the idea to use tiles to make the countertop. So at Vitromex, also in Pachuca, I got the tiles that I already talked about, as well as a tile for the kitchen countertop, which is this dark gray with like whitish, grayish speckles in it. Also at Llano de la Torre, I picked out the sink for the kitchen and the faucets and whatnot. It's all going to be matte black. The toilet is not so exciting, but it's very common here to have like the little circle on top of the toilet to push to flush instead of the lever on the side. Well, I wanted one with a lever so that on the top I could put a little basket to keep toilet paper in. I was starting to get a little carried away at Home Depot because they have like a lot of decor stuff like the baskets and shelving and stuff too. So I said, Jenny, calm down a bit. Let's wait to see kind of how it comes together so far, and then we can pick out, okay, do we need more splashes of color where we'll do like the lime green and the teal and orange accents, or do we need to keep it more neutral because we have too much color going on? And don't get me wrong, I still looked and I'm still furniture shopping online, but I know I need to wait. So let me know what you think about my choices in the comment section. You won't offend me if you don't agree with them. I know we all have different tastes. Or if you were remodeling or building a house, what would you choose for yours? If you'd like to see more content about me living in Mexico and building my house, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Adios!